Well, NFL free agency is already off to a hot start, and we have seen the Jets sign Corey Davis. We have seen the Patriots, yes, the Patriots who are not really active in free agency, get really active as they were insane today, getting John Smith, a couple other really good players, and, we're seeing that a lot of things are changing and teams are getting really, really active in free agency. We've also seen like the Jaguars getting really active. They just signed former Chicago Bear, Roy Robertson Harris. I mean, that kind of hurts as a Chicago Bears fan, but all of these teams have been really, really active. But what does that leave us with the Chicago Bears? Are they going to sign anyone? Are there any rumors to sign anyone? Well, yes, they are. As today it was reported that the Chicago Bears are really interested in left tackle San Francisco 49ers left tackle Trent Williams. Now, this is huge as Trent Williams is one of the best left tackles in the NFL. And today I'll be discussing if Trent Williams to the Chicago Bears is a really good fit. But before we dive into today's video, guys, if you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you can be subscribed to my channel and get the best Bears videos. Make sure to like the video so that my channel can get spread to more Bears fans, and make sure you share the video with a couple of your other Bears fans so we can grow the channel and you can know when I post. With that all being said, let's dive right into today's video. So Trent Williams to the Chicago Bears. I mean, Trent Williams would easily make the Chicago Bears have a way better offensive line, maybe even a top 10 offensive line. Trent Williams is that guy. He's one of the best left tackles, if not the best left tackle in the NFL. I mean, Ian Rappaport came out to say that the Bears were interested in Trent Williams. Among other teams, of course, a guy like Trent Williams will draw interest from a lot of teams. So Trent Williams is already getting interest from the San Francisco 49ers, who want to resign him, the Indianapolis Colts, the Kansas City Chiefs. So he's getting a lot of interest, and it's really, really competitive for the Bears. And if they want to get Trent Williams, they have to give Trent Williams a deal that he cannot pass up. Now, what kind of a deal with that? What kind of money are we looking at? Well, it was reported earlier today that the San Francisco 49ers offered Trent Williams about $20 million. So obviously the Bears would have to top that offer to bring Trent Williams here to Chicago. And many analysts are saying that that number would be around $23 million, which is a lot of money. I mean, that's a lot of money. If you even look at the amount of cap, can the Bears really afford Trent Williams? And my answer to that is the cap can be manipulated. I mean, the cap is something that a lot of people don't understand. It's really complicated, and teams, if they want to manipulate the cap, they're able to do that. And if the Bears want to manipulate the cap to get Trent Williams, I'm sure they can find a way to get Trent Williams. I mean, you look at what the Rams said, what the Chiefs are doing. Teams are able to manipulate the cap. Even the Saints, the Saints are starting to manipulate the cap and starting to gain capital. And so, to summarize, if the Bears want to get Trent Williams, it is possible. They would just have to manipulate the cap. Now, let's dive into another point. If the Bears sign Trent Williams, will they have enough money to sign Allen Robinson? And that's a really good question. That's a question that I have myself. I mean, would the Chicago Bears be able to sign Trent Williams and Allen Robinson? I don't know. But again, as I said it before, the cap is something that can be manipulated. And I'm sure the Bears can find a way to not only get Trent Williams, but also sign Allen Robinson to a long-term deal, and also be able to have money left over to get Russell Wilson. So, I mean, it's a lot, but again, you can manipulate the cap to do whatever you want. Now, let's dive into the pros of getting Trent Williams. I mean, if you get Trent Williams, your offensive line instantly gets better. I mean, it becomes one of the top offensive lines in the NFL. I mean, Trent Williams, man, he has so much talent. He can help the Bears, avoid sacks. He can help this offense get to that next level that Matt Nagy is looking for. So I would love to see Trent Williams on the Bears. I mean, I also think that if the Bears were to get Trent Williams, it would be a really good sign that they are really interested in a top quarterback like Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson. I mean, you get Trent Williams, that's showing that you are in a win now mode, that you want a guy who can take you to the Super Bowl. And in my opinion, I don't see that guy being Nick Foles. I don't see that guy being Alex Smith. I don't see that guy being Andy Dalton. I see that guy being two guys. One is Russell Wilson, another is Deshaun Watson. So that's what this move would really show us fans. And I also think that this move would solidify to the Chicago Bears that Russell Wilson and the Chicago Bears are a perfect match. I mean, look at the Seahawks. The Seahawks have done nothing today to help Russell Wilson. They have done nothing to help bluster the offensive line. But if the Bears were to get Trent Williams, it would show Russell Wilson, hey, this team cares. This team is building me a team where I can win, and maybe Russell Wilson will request a trade. I mean, Russell Wilson wants a really good offensive line to play under. He wants to be protected. If you get Trent Williams, I mean, that would instantly show Russell Wilson that the Bears are really interested, and maybe he will request a trade to the Bears. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think the Chicago Bears should try and sign Trent Williams? Personally, I think that if they can make it work with the cap, and if they can find a way to re-sign Allen Robinson and to have cap too to also get Russell Wilson, I'm all for that because of the guy that Trent Williams is. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Trent Williams will sign with the Chicago Bears? Let me know in the comments below. And with that being said, everyone, if you haven't done so already, make sure to like the video for the YouTube algorithm and also bear down.